Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be showing off Blade, as he is one of the characters that will be receiving character buffs in version 3.4. The other three characters being Silverwolf, which I just recently put out a showcase on her, Jingliu, and then Kafka, which those two will get videos as well very soon. Before we begin today's video though, I would love to know which character you want to get a buff the most. And lastly, if you enjoy videos like these, you make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and now let's get straight into it. We are going to be using Sunday, Blade, Tribbie, and then Hyacine. We're going to use our techniques and get straight into it. And we will be starting off by using Tribbie's ultimate just so he can take advantage of her zone. This is going to allow us to deal more damage onto enemies. Now we can skill with Hyacine as well as follow up here with her ultimate. And we're going to be taking advantage of Hyacine's frequent turns in order to get more stacks here for Blade. So Blade is already at 4 out of 5, which is great. And now hopefully we get hit right here. Yep, we did. Okay, awesome. So now with Blade, we are going to use his skill. And now we can just target the lion-looking enemy. We're going to advance forward with Sunday. And with Blade and Sunday, I have a setup to where Blade is a higher speed than Sunday, just so we can attack with Blade, advance forward with Sunday, and attack once again with Blade, which will be really good when it comes to just being able to get him more stacks to be able to use his follow-ups more frequently. Alright, so these enemies are taking quite a bit of damage here, which is awesome. We should be able to deal enough damage here within this cycle. So boom, there goes Blade. 800k is pretty nice right there. And we are going to take a bit of damage here, but perfectly fine. Now at Tribbie we can basic attack, and now with Hyacine what we can do is basic attack here as well. Boom, there we go. And we are saving Blade's ultimate for the next wave, which is going to be Hule. So with Blade now we can just basic attack. We're already at 3 out of 5 stacks, and now we can immediately use Blade's ultimate like so. And what, bam. Tribbie is going to come in. Now we can use Tribbie's ultimate. We're just going to deal some more damage right here. And Blade did get hit, which is pretty nice right there. And we are going to get hit some more. Now with Hyacine, what we could do is just use her ultimate, replenish the duration on that. Now little Ika is going to come in. And now we can use our skill. Another little Ika attack. There we go. With Blade, we could just attack, follow up. Now it's Sunday, advance forward. Same thing as before. And we can use Blade's skill. Now we can use the basic attack and follow up here with the ultimate. And boom. Alright, so Hule is going to be attacking us. And now we have another follow-up with Blade. We're going to be able to follow-up attack so frequently with Blade. So there we go. Just give him some more energy. And of course with Tribbie, we can once again use her ultimate right here. And we're dealing a decent amount of damage right now to Hule. He's already at 42%. And I also did start off at 29 cycles. Since on the first half, I took 1 cycle, so we're starting off with 29. And so far, we haven't used a cycle just yet within this fight right here, which is awesome. Now, I don't know why he attacked Sunday. That is honestly really unfortunate because in this case, I'm going to have to basic attack with Sunday just because of the debuff that'll be inflicted onto him. I was really hoping it would like go on Blade or Hyacine or Tribbie, but it went on Sunday, which is, in my opinion, I would say worst case scenario here, but it's fine. We'll just continue like usual. So we are going to get attacked here once again, but Blade is going to come in with the follow-up. Alrighty, we're going to take a bit of damage, and now with Hyacine, we can once again replenish our ultimate, and we will of course be able to attack with little Ika here, as well as assist with giving Blade more stacks here for his follow-ups. Alright, they attacked little Ika. I don't know why in all my showcases, the enemies just love attacking little Ika. Does little Ika really look that punchable? I don't get it. Okay, now with Tribbie, we're just gonna skill and then ultimate. I will get revenge for little Ika, trust me. Blade is gonna ensure we get little Ika some revenge. So now we could just use Sunday's ultimate once again on Blade. Here comes in Tribbie. Now Blade is going to attack, but bam. And it's looking like I believe we should be able to clear it within the next cycle. So with Hyacine, same thing as before. Alrighty. Why do they keep going for Sunday? That's like the worst person on this team to inflict that debuff onto is going to have to kind of force us to attack with Sunday. But thankfully, since Hule is such low health right now, it's fine. I'm just going to use Sunday to advance forward Blade once again. So with Tribbie here, I'm going to use her ultimate. We're going to be cutting it a little bit close here, but we should be able to clear within this cycle, I hope. So yeah, we're going to take a bit of damage, but it's fine. With Blade, kill once again. Boom. Now the follow-up. What? Bam! 1%? Oh my gosh. What is up with the 1%? I wish there was a way to see like the remaining HP or something, but whatever. We were able to clear it, and then we also had the Blade ultimate if need be, as well as Hyacine attacking afterward. So we did start at 29 cycles. We ended off at 27, so we did get a 2-cycle clear. So now let's take a look at the builds for today. So here we have Sunday, 136 speed. His crit damage is 216. It could honestly be a bit better, but it's perfectly fine. So there we go. Light Cone signature, but you can use alternative options. Traces are maxed out. For his relics, we are using Broken Keel as well as the Ordeal set. And for his Eidolons, he's completely E0. I've not activated any of these. Now for Blade. Yay, we have Blade. I'm so excited to go over the character buffs. And Blade has been having a come up in my opinion. So for our Blade today, we have 141 speed, nice amount of crit rate, nice amount of crit damage, and also a nice amount of HP, I would say. So if we take a look, here is Blade for today. We are using his signature light cone, but of course you can use alternative light cones with him as well. For his traces, they're maxed out. For his relics, we're using Inert Salcedo as well as Longevous Disciple. And for his Eidolons, he's completely E0. But if you do end up getting this E1, that is awesome since this E1 did get an upgrade with his character buffs. And now for Tribbie, here she is. Nice amount of crit rate, nice amount of crit damage, energy regen rope. She does have her signature light cone, but you can absolutely use Dance Dance Dance. Traces maxed out. Relics, we're using Bone Collection and Poet of Morning Collapse. Eidolons completely E0. I have not activated any of these. Now we have Hyacine, and here she is. We're focusing on her HP, crit damage, energy regen. We do have her signature light cone, which will further amplify her synergy with Blade because of the fact that whenever she uses her basic attack, skill, or ultimate, she will consume all allies' HP equal to 1% of their current HP. And why this matters so much is because this will result in Blade getting a stack for being able to quickly unleash his follow-up attacks. You can also equip this light cone on Remembrance Trailblazer. I have seen teams and also experimented with teams myself where you can use Hyacine with this light cone as well as Remembrance Trailblazer with this light cone. But if you do not have this light cone, then the option would be Memory Curtain Never Falls, which is a free-to-play light cone. This light cone in particular is really nice when it comes to Hyacine's synergy being even more powerful with Blade here. For her traces, they're maxed out. For her relics, we're using Giant Tree and Warrior Goddess of Sun and Thunder. For her Eidolons, completely E0. I've not activated any of these, as you guys can see. But when it comes to Blade's character buffs, let's go over this. All of his abilities have been changed to deal damage based on max HP. So before this, Blade used HP as well as attack, and now he is completely HP. No attack involved. And as for the second upgrade he has listed here, now the follow-up attack from his talent will additionally regenerate energy. This now results in more ultimate usage, which is awesome for Blade to be able to use his ultimate more frequently. And then also when he uses his skill, probability of being attacked is also increased now, which now results in Blade being able to be attacked more frequently from enemies without having to deal with much RNG. And this is going to be very useful when it comes to Blade just being able to unleash those frequent follow-up attacks onto enemies, as well as also getting more energy since enemies are attacking him more frequently with this increased probability of being hit. So now I am going to move over here just so we can quickly go over these changes. Prior to this, Blade does have attack scaling, and as you guys can see in the orange text, which are the changes, it just mentions max HP now. For his skill, it mentions how the chances of him being attacked by enemy targets are greatly increased. So whenever he uses his skill, it'll increase his probability of being attacked, which as I mentioned is going to be very useful for him. For his ultimate, they just mainly changed the scaling to only max HP rather than attack and max HP. For the talent, they also changed it once again to max HP. For one of his bonus abilities, now when Blade uses his ultimate, the amount of tallied HP loss that resets will be changed to 50%. And here it mentions how the follow-up attack will deal 20% more damage, but it'll also additionally regenerate 15 energy. This is going to be useful for Blade being able to use his ultimate more frequently now. And then for the Eidolon adjustment, so prior to it mentions Blade's ultimate, but now it mentions Blade's enhanced basic attack and ultimate will deal additionally increased damage to one enemy, with the increased amount equal to 150% of the tally of Blade's HP loss from his ultimate. So this is a nice change for his E1 just for his damage output overall. And I would say his changes are pretty nice. You don't have to worry about the attack scaling in his kits anymore, as we're only looking at max HP. And I would say these changes definitely help out when it comes to his potential overall. And yeah, that's the changes for Blade. I'd love to know what you all think about Blade. I think this showcase was very fun to do. We got to beat up Hule for freaking trying to beat up my little Ika. I will not allow it. So we had to beat up Hule. But I hope you all did enjoy this video. And if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video. And I hope to see you all next time. Peace.